All right, I want to welcome everyone to the family tree. Put your hands together, family. Hey, 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 hey,
Yeah,
hey.
yeah,
Come on,
yeah, yeah,
y'all.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Let me
yeah.
say, don't start this looking like a bump on the log. This
Oh, look out, look out.
Wednesday.
Long time, long time. Well,
All
long
right,
time,
I
Dr.
hope
Crew. Long
everybody's
time, Dr.
doing
Crew.
well and you're doing good. This is the Wednesday Hump Day. This is
Well,
your,
hump
what we say, Big
day.
B, your boost to get you
Yes.
through the rest of the
Yes,
week.
sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Yes, sir, buddy.
And we welcome everyone that's here. I'm going to bring it on down, Big B. Are we streaming live, buddy?
Yes, sir. We are live on Facebook, buddy.
All right, we're Facebook.
I'm looking at it
live.
on my other side here.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. We're going to bring it on down. Bring it on down. Bring it on down.
Yes, yes.
All right, all right. And we're going to let everyone else in. Stop sharing here, buddy.
Whoa,
How's
look
that
out,
look?
man. Look out. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, what's up? What are you looking at?
I ain't going to tell you. Look, yeah, I just have to make sure that everything is working over here, man. You know how that
Okay,
goes.
got it, got
Make
it,
sure
got
that
it.
nothing is missing, man.
All right. Well, hey, I want to welcome everyone to the family tree. This is a place where we do the holistic health for the week. And
Yes,
we
yes,
go
yes,
in
yes.
and we talk about all that is good, that is holistic. And we give you the opportunity to just be a part of the family, y'all. We just want to gather around this thing called the family tree. And we base it on the concept of the ancient laurel trees. And when you gather around the tree, guess what, y'all? You learn all that you do and your ancestors, whether problems, situations, anything going on. You know, we used to gather around the tree. We prayed around the tree. We talked about what's going on around the tree. And from that,
I
it
know
was a
that's right.
foundation for everything. We called the ancient laurel trees. But hey, we want to gather around the tree because it's also what? It's your social
Security.
You got to
There we
say
go.
it slow. What does it
Yes,
say?
sir. Yes, sir.
Social security.
Security.
That
Yes,
means
sir.
it's your family. That's right. It's not a check, it's your family. So with that, we say whatever question, concern, anything on your heart and your mind, it's usually around the tree somewhere, Big B.
Yeah,
And
man.
with that, we say, you know, ask anything that you have that's on your heart and mind. We want to say, hey, bring it to the tree and
That's
we
right.
can find out what's going on. So if you want to join the conversation this evening, you can go down to your chat bar right in your menu. Hit down the where it says the reaction bar. You see it down there where Big B got his hand up?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And we can get to your questions, concern, anything on your heart and your mind. If you're someone that's maybe calling in, you say, I don't want to get on pictures, you know, because you might just look too good for this camera over here.
Well, I'm
So
gonna
that's okay. We can put yourself in the chat box. If you put yourself in the chat box, you put your question in there, Big B, or I don't know if Prophetess is in here yet. If she
I
in
haven't
here
seen her
yet,
yet, but
I haven't seen her yet, but if she's in there, maybe she can actually, you know, grab the question and concern, bring it to the floor. And if you're someone that's calling by phone, you may have called in by phone, you may have been invited by phone, and you maybe were listening on Facebook or watching on Facebook. We're trying to grit some of those questions off of there also in other platforms, but put yourself, just let us know you're calling by phone, and we will try to get your question answered. All right, sounds good?
yes,
All right,
sir. Yes, sir.
Big B, we're going to get started. But before we do that, I got to give you an introduction, man, because you the host with the most. So everybody, let's give Big B a big old hand. Big B.
Big B.
Boy,
Big
yeah,
B.
watch out,
Big
boy.
B, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
I'm gonna start growing hair in a minute. What can I tell you?
I'll tell you, man, that
Oh,
tree
Big
behind
B.
you, man, looks good.
Hey, bam, bam.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sitting out in the middle of the water somewhere. Hey, man,
Yes.
listen, you know
How
what?
you doing, buddy?
You know what? Actually, a good day. Nice day today, you know. We had a little bit of it was sunshiny, then we had a little a little bit of a spritz of a shower, and then it came back and it's been nice all day long. It's getting dark over there near you guys over there now. So I don't know what's getting ready to happen, but you know what it is? I'm gonna take every day that daddy gives me, I'm gonna roll your burdens away.
Amen.
Hey, remember that song? Roll your burdens away.
Yeah, go ahead now.
Look out now.
All right, Big B.
I'm just glad, you know, let me say this. I'm just glad to be able to be here with everybody because you know what? My wife says to me, I think you all must be crazy. I said, what are you talking about? She said, you sound like you're having so much fun. I said, well, join us. Become a part of the family. You know what? My wife refuses to get on the computer. She said, man, I don't have nothing to do with it.
That's
So y'all,
because she,
y'all
yeah,
say, we just all pray, y'all. Just
she
pray.
listening to you. That's what she doing. She listening to everything you doing. That's
Ain't it the
right.
truth? And she's sick of that. I'm so tired of listening every time I ask you something. You always got an answer.
Yep.
I
All
said, well,
right, Big B, tell
Dr.
us
B,
what's going on, man. How we doing with our numbers, buddy? You got
hey
our
man, you know
numbers
what?
for this
Let
day?
me say this here, Dr. P. The numbers are kind of doing. Let's say that it's getting a little cuckoo, but you know what? Because remember, one thing that's happening, even though we are at the date that we're at right now, it has really actually stopped updating. Remember we talked about that before. And so the numbers that we have are pretty close to where we were last week with our viruses. The trends were sort of sliding sideways at 2.2% the public health lab thing is kind of doing what it's doing. But our primary thing, Dr. Paul, was our outpatient, okay, respiratory illness. It was sliding also 2.0. And our flu service network, it's at 0.2 per 100,000. So
Lisa,
that's what, yeah, man,
Lisa,
that's exactly where we are.
Lisa,
We are doing
turn
what
it
we,
down.
what? Okay, so that's kind of like where we are, Dr. P. And you know what? Let me just say this to you. Down here in the blue, it says this. There it says key points, guys. Seasonal influenza activity remains low nationally. Naturally, outpatient respiratory illness remains stable and is below baseline for the seventh week in a row. Yeah. All 10 HHS regions, I guess that's Health and Human Services regions, are below their region-specific baseline. So, guys, guess what? You know what? We're hanging tough, Dr. Peter. Can't mess with us like that, man. To keep going.
Yeah. You know, we're watching that bird flu. That's the main one we're watching right now. You know, still, I think there was another cow that was actually reported on the 28th, which is yesterday. So as of yesterday, the dairy herds affected was about 67. Still low numbers, but you know, anyone anywhere is a threat everywhere. So we will stay on top of that. There was about 9,373 birds reported that were detected, and then poultry was the big one. Remember we talked about the poultry? That's when it hit major news that the poultry was at 92,343 100 and 826, something like that. 92,343 something like that. Oh, actually, no, it was more than that, man. That was more. That was 92 million. I'm sorry.
Wow. Yeah,
I'm sorry. That's the wrong number. 92 million. 343,826.
Wow.
So yeah, so they're watching this one and we're keeping it out. States with the outbreak is about 9 right now. About 9. Yep. So we're staying on top of that one. You know, we don't want that to go the other way sideways, or they trying to do, you know, another shutdown thing, because you know the bird flu is not a joke to play with. All right, we're gonna get started, buddy. You know, one last thing, man. Your cicadas is coming back, man. They just the brews just yeah, the brews just cut loose yesterday.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Yes. We're gonna have to talk to Rhonda on Sunday.
I was just thinking this.
Yep.
Hey guys, listen to the show on Sunday. Rhonda goes cuckoo when she hears about cicadas.
Yep. And if you don't know, there's 2 cicadas that came in.
Yes.
They're actually 2 brews that actually them is every 221 years in an event of this magnitude where both brews actually expand at the same time.
Wow.
So I can imagine what's going on down in the South. It's not going to come this way. That was the thing. It's not coming this way. Yep, it's not coming this way. We know that what's coming this way is not going to be everything. So it's going to get, I think as far as we're going to get on this is going to definitely be somewhere around West Virginia. You know, that's as close as it's going to get this way. So we'll be good. We'll be good. Just don't bring nothing in y'all car up here. All right.
I heard that.
Yes. All right. We're going to get started, Big B and family. And we're going to go in. And the first thing I start off with is testimonies. We say a testimony goes a long way, family, because 1 shall set 1,000 to flight, 2 shall set 10,000 to flight. And with that, we say we always support the family for what you may be going through. Because guess what? Somebody may be going in a storm, someone's in a storm, or someone's coming out of a storm. With that, it means a lot when it comes to your health. And sometimes a testimony goes a long way. And it's something that you can think about in that midnight hour. It may be that I can do this, because if I can look up, if I fall, let me fall on my back, because if I can look up, I
I
can
know
get
that's
up.
right.
That's what Les Brown said one time. I said, wow, man, that was powerful. So be encouraged. We always want to start off with encouragement moments. So officially, we open up the floor to anyone that has a testimony. It could be something you learned from here. It could be something that you tried, something that you might have had, something that grandmama and them did. But whatever the case is, we open the floor up, and the floor is officially open for testimonies. Anyone have a testimony we want to start off with this evening? The floor is open. All right. Big B, anybody over there?
Come on.
Testimony. We had some stuff last week.
Yeah, we had a lot of stuff last week. That's what made last week even a more exceptional class, because we had a lot of stuff. Folks was just hanging out in the corner.
Yep. Okay. Well, hey, sometimes there's not a testimony. We can roll on. If you have anything, you have any questions, concerns, we always open it up. And remember, there's no dumb questions. There's
That's
no
right.
being shy. Don't worry about this. This is nothing but love here. All
That's
right.
right. That's
All
exactly
right.
right.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Who's that?
Yes, this is Joe from Philly. How you
Hey,
doing?
Joe, how are you, man?
Hey, Joe, what's up,
Good.
buddy?
All right. How do you treat peripheral artery disease?
Well, it depends on your situation. I would definitely say first you get an RM3A so we can see what's going on with that. Because if you're
Okay.
dealing with arteries of any kind, the one thing, Joe, that people forget about, people think about, high blood pressure, which is the
Right.
main cause for that. But
Okay.
also people forget about the other thing, the pressure. They say the pressure is high, but nobody
Okay.
thinks about the pressure that's on the arteries and veins. That's
Right.
actually a problem. So that's
Okay.
why when we're starting to deal with artery disease of any kind, you have to strengthen the arteries. You got to stay off those certain things we talk about. We start talking
Okay.
about the things like the refined sugars, refined salts, refined oils, because what's
Right.
happening is it's pulling out the moisture out of the arteries and veins, and it's drying you up from the inside out. That's what happens. So just
Okay.
like a leaf that would be drying up, what happens when a leaf gets really dried off? It just breaks right
It
off.
brittles and breaks. Yeah.
You got it. That's exactly what's happening in people's artery, peripheral artery disease, and all the artery diseases. That's what's going on. So we got to stop.
Is it curable?
Everything is correctable. Okay, you got to
Okay.
watch when you're saying the word cure. That says a lot to the allopathic world. We say put you
Okay.
back in balance, because
Oh,
there's only one state, and that's the state of ease. That's where balance
yes.
comes in. When you're
Yes.
out of balance, that's where the word dis-ease comes from. So stay in
Right.
balance, and guess what? The body corrects itself 11 times faster than you get sick. So that's the shout.
Yeah.
But
Thanks so much, Doc.
yeah,
Thank
no
you so much.
problem, brother. Man, no problem. Where are you, man? You in the hospital right now?
Yeah, I'm in the hospital now. Yeah.
Oh
I
man.
just was
He has
diagnosed with it.
diabetes, Dr. Paul.
Diabetic.
That's what got him in there.
So remember, diabetes is what? That's a concentration issue. Remember?
Yeah.
Dehydration. Got it?
Okay.
So you got to stay off that concentration.
Okay.
Concentration is those foods that are dehydrating us inside out. It's only happening in places like America and places that are highly promoted with industrialization, because
Right.
we're not exposed to good fruits and vegetables, and things that
Right.
even if we do get fruits and vegetables, they're highly sprayed. So that's why the problem becomes, where can I get fresh fruits and vegetables? So I wish you well, my brother. Give me a call if you need me, all right? And
Thanks, Doc.
hopefully
Appreciate
can
you so
help
much.
you in the process that what you're walking through,
Okay.
all right?
Okay.
Definitely.
Thanks.
All right.
All right, let's give my man Joe a hand over there. We're gonna get you out of there, brother.
Joe, welcome.
That's right, Joe. Come on, buddy.
I
Gotta
love
get it.
y'all.
Joe.
Love y'all. Love
We're
you.
gonna
All
pray you
right,
out of that,
sir.
boy.
Brother.
Yes, that's right.
Come on, Joe. We're gonna get you right, man.
I told
Thank
you,
you,
Dr.
man.
Paul.
Praying for you,
Thank
buddy.
y'all
faith,
so
my
much.
man.
That's
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
talking
So
about,
much.
Big B. That's
See?
dedication for you, though, man.
Yeah,
He
man.
in the hospital and he listening to the Green Hour.
I know
In
that's
the
right.
hospital, man.
There we go.
Woo! Brother. Let me tell you.
See.
Hey, man, you be
Thank you.
encouraged, brother. And like I
Thank
said, if you need some help, let me know. Give me a call, all right?
Okay. Thank you
Connected
so
to
much.
divine.
Yes, he's
well,
connected, brother. Even in your man, he's still connected. That's right. That's right.
that's exactly right.
All right.
All right. Any
All
more
right.
testimonies?
Any
that
more
was a
testimonies?
testimony, even though it
That was a
didn't seem like
testimony
it was a
right
testimony.
there.
Yes, sir, man.
Absolutely.
Always. Listen,
All
you
right,
know what?
anybody else?
Transparency is a testimony. You know that, right, family?
Yes, it is.
Transparency is a tremendous testimony because guess what? It lets all of us know where you're at so we can pray for you where you at. So we can get you back where we at. How about that? Well,
yes. You know what? There's something that, and while we're waiting for those to contemplate on their testimony,
yes.
I have something I want to talk about. You know, they're starting to understand and research prayer.
Mm-hmm. No, they're not.
They try. Yeah.
No, they're not.
They say, why does this thing work? Yeah, it's work. It works. When people get together, they actually put their minds on one accord. Woo, this sounds like a verse, don't it? Don't it sound like a Bible verse? Woo, when you get on one accord and you start praying and keeping things in your heart and mind, and you ask for good intentions for whatever the situation or what you want to manifest, it actually starts to come to fruition.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
yeah, man.
Prayer changes things, y'all. Prayer changes things. And they know that this stuff changes, man. And that you can change things by what you bring forth. You know, that's why we always say, my father used to say, Little Paul, no stinking thinking. No stinking thinking.
I heard that.
I used to say, okay, no stinking thinking. You know, if you're not going to be encouraged, then who's going to get encouraged? Encourage yourself. Right. Remember? So,
you know, on that point, let me say this. I was in ShopRite today. Now this is really crazy. I went in to get me some more beet juice, get myself together, keep my blood pressure rolling, right? And this young man was sitting there, and he saw me. He said, why are you so happy? I said, what are you talking about? He said, I don't understand. He said, why are you so happy? I said, well, I'm above the ground, number one. He said, but no, that's something wrong. I said, look, young man. I said, he said, young man. He said, I'm older than you. I said, boy, you better stop. I said, okay, how young are you? He said, 45. I said, brother, you could be my son. He said, what you talking about?
Wow.
I said, as of June the 5th, I'll be 82. He said, there ain't nowhere in the world you're going to be 82 on the 5th of June. He said, you know what? Can I have one? Can I have what you got? I said, yeah. He said, what is it? I said, Jesus.
All right, man. All right. I hear you, buddy.
And eating right. He said, I can't take it. Now I'm going to leave that alone, but I couldn't help but bring that in.
That's right. Go ahead and testify, brother. Go ahead. Hey, man, you know what? It's a lot to do with your outlook about who you are and what's happening. You know, you have to get excited about life, you know, what's going on. You got to be encouraged about some things. So,
yeah, man.
You know, let's all just encourage each other. All right. Okay, we're going to move forward. And if no one else is on the testimony, we're going to go and get started. And Big B, we can start to also field some questions.
Can I say one real quick?
Sure. You been that?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm late.
That's all right.
When I saw you, you said, and I want to hear you say, give your testimony after you get this healing. And so I just wanted to say you were right, of course.
Wow.
It's 100% fine again. And now I just have to make sure it stays that way.
Girl, see.
Okay, so you know, you've been to,
you gotta let them know. Everybody don't know.
You gotta fill them in. What's going on?
It was just it was I had problems with my pancreas and it wasn't functioning, I would say. So it was a lot of the stuff that I was doing, namely the coffee with the creamer and the peanut butter. And it was another thing that I was doing that I didn't realize was messing me up. I had no idea. Carradine, like in the salad dressings, carradine, I think.
Carrageenan, yeah. Carrageenan, the thickeners.
So there was it was a lot of things that was drying me out per se. I just didn't realize I was hurting myself. Even with me drinking the water, it was still like messing me up. So when I came to you, had a consultation, of course, you gave me the best advice, you know, didn't like it because that was my coffee and stuff, but I did what I had to do. And now when I go to the doctor, they're just trying to figure something out else for me to do, you know, some reason for me to take some type of pill or something. But other than that, I'm fine.
All right, let's give a
Well,
shout out
Thank
for
you.
you,
that's
Thank
right,
you.
Venda.
Brenda. That's what's up. Wonderful,
Congratulations.
Thank
wonderful.
Congratulations.
Come on,
Yes,
come
Congratulations.
on,
indeed.
Pete. Come on.
Congratulations,
Hallelujah.
doctor.
That's
Congratulations.
right. Come
See,
on,
there we
Pete.
go
Great.
again, Dr. Paul.
Wonderful.
The,
Praise
My
the
God,
God.
you are
stealth,
There
priceless.
you
the
That's
go.
all I
stealth
can say. You
ones.
are
That's the
priceless.
stuff.
So,
That's the testimony right there.
Wonderful. Yes, yes, yes.
You know, this is wonderful. When you have those that go through this, it can now say to someone who has pancreas issues, you know, you can
Mm-hmm.
regenerate back to ease. You know, that's the key to bring it back to ease. Because remember, when it's out of balance, it's where the disease comes from. We just got to watch the stuff that we're eating.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, whenever there's a problem, usually I tell folks this is the one thing that usually comes up. What is it that you like a lot of? And that's
Mm-hmm.
usually what it comes down to. And that's usually something that you're doing every day. Because if you just stopped everything, the body starts to correct itself 11 times
Yes,
faster. This is
yes.
amazing. So, starting with that, identifying what could be the problem, and then move from there. So, Upenda, congratulations. Continue the good work. All right. You are to
Indeed,
be
indeed,
applauded.
indeed.
Yes. Good stuff. Good
Indeed,
stuff.
indeed, indeed.
All right. Who else do we have here, Big B? We have who's up
Anybody
next?
else?
Yes. Hi.
Hello, hey.
Hi. It's me, Laura.
Who is this? All I see is Google Pickle 7.
I'm sorry. It's Laura Elam. How you doing?
Just
Hey,
fine.
Gloria, how you
How are
doing?
you?
I'm fine. I'm not used to using this phone, so I apologize.
That's
That's
all right. No
okay.
problem.
That's okay.
Yeah. I want to say two things. I've been eating sea moss. I've
Mm-hmm.
been taking that daily, and I've been drinking more water. So thank you again. My digestive system is a lot more on track than it was when I last saw you.
All
And
right. That's
yeah,
nice.
so that to me is major important. I'm pretty healthy when it comes to certain things. I just have always had problem with digesting. I gave up eating salmon, which was very hard,
Mm.
um, because I was just listening to the T points what you were saying about Alzheimer's, and that's one of the things that's in my family. So I wanted to make sure that I
Mm-hmm.
listen to a good advice when it comes to my pre-medical health care.
Mm-hmm.
And
All right. Well,
and
hey, that's awesome.
yeah,
That is awesome. And you know, let's give Gloria a hand. Was that Gloria?
Laura
Laura?
Laura.
Laura.
Elam, the photographer.
Yes, Laura, what's up?
Woo,
I didn't realize that's
glory.
who it was. Yes.
What a
Give a shout out
blessing.
to Laura over there. Yes. Everybody
Hallelujah.
coming off mute. Come on,
Congratulations.
mute for her. Man, come
Yes, yes,
on.
Yes.
yes.
Y'all
All
are
right.
great job.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Good
Congratulations.
job.
Thank
Yes.
Nice job.
Way to go.
Congratulations.
Young
Very
lady.
nice. Very nice.
you. Thank you.
Laura, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Great
Yeah.
news.
Yes.
Thank
Great
you.
news. Great news. Keep up the good work. You're doing a great job. You know, stay encouraged. All right. Okay. Let's
Thank you.
see. Who else we have there? Big B. Anybody else before we break off? And any questions maybe in the chat. So we'll go through either one. Okay.
Yeah, we have one here says, Eva says, how do you get rid of mucus in throat and nasal passages from allergies?
Well, allergies and the signs of, remember, it's an overactive immune system that's causing the problem. So it's causing you to react. So again, we got to clean the lymphatic system. You know, the questions, the check marks that we go down. We're going to do the fundamentals. Look for that class, y'all. I'm about to drop that class very shortly on fundamentals, you know, universal fundamentals of holistic health. And from there, you branch off into whatever your chronic condition may be. But you got to get the foundation for everything. Because you notice that when we get questions about mucus, high blood pressure, diabetes, a lot of that starts with what? We start with what? What are you eating? What are you drinking? You got it? We got to stop it right there and just kind of go over the fundamentals of hydration, you know, the fundamentals of staying off the refined sugar, refined salt, refined oils, all the top 10 toxic foods we talk about. Then from there, once you eliminate that, you just increase your chances of correcting the problem almost 60% right there, 60 to 65% right there. But it's always the food. It just goes to show you that our food is the problem. So going
Yeah.
back to mucus, mucus is the direct sign of the body attempting to flush out. Remember, mucus is the transient system for removing waste out of the body. Got it? Got to remove it out of the body. So people think mucus is a bad thing. No, mucus is a good thing. But when it gets to a level where it becomes really bad, it's your body telling you that this is a toxic level. Because remember, we got 3 levels of mucus. Remember that was? Remember, anybody remember 3 levels of mucus? We know what the colors are, right? Got it? Anybody remember the colors?
All right, come on, guys.
Colors
Come
are
on, guys.
what? Starts with white.
White, yellow,
White,
green.
Yellow, green, or
yellow, and
brown.
green, right?
Mhm.
And what's the difference between the 3? What's the difference between the 3? Anybody?
Well, green is infection.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
So what
Well-
makes it turn colors? What makes white to yellow to green colors change? And is that the order that it goes in, or is it green first, or is it yellow first, or what? Which one is first?
White,
It's white to
first,
yellow.
and yellow,
Yellow.
then green.
That is correct.
What?
So it's white
Yeah.
to yellow to green. Now why? That's a good question.
Hydration? No.
But we haven't
We said
corrected
yellow was
it.
infection,
It's
right?
getting worse.
No,
Green is
no,
infection.
green is infection.
Inflammation.
Well, let me just put it this way. And the reason why I'm asking this, I'm playing the role of someone
That
who's
could be
approached
anything,
you and
Mom.
said, when you say, just stay off the bad stuff, the mucus forming stuff, and they say, well,
Yeah.
wait a minute, I got white, I got yellow, I got green. What's the difference? Well, here's how you break it down. Remember when it's white, remember it's overall, you know what mucus is overall. It's what? The transient system. Everybody say that. Transient system
Transient system.
for removing waste out the body. Got it?
Transient system for removing waste out of the body.
That's what binds to toxins like bacteria, virus, fungus, sepsis, parasites, all that stuff to pull it out of you. So if the body detects that there's an invader in the system or something that needs to go, what does the body do? Starts to get that mucus building up. Got it? Then it's white. Usually starts with white. But then if it's a little bit tougher, maybe a bacteria, something going on, or some kind of fungus or something, body says, wait a minute, I need more strength to pull this thing out of you. So I got to thicken it up a little bit. So what do? How do I make it thick? I pull more moisture out of it. More water comes out of it, and it turns what? Yellow. Got it?
Yellow.
That's what. And then if it gets really bad, or if you're suffering from something and it's really, and the body detects that it's something that's really high in the level, and that's usually viral. That's when it starts to do what? Starts to turn it into more moisture pulls out, and it gets really thick. And that's when you see the green. And if you see something green come out of somebody, that's definitely a really serious situation. You got to get out. That's
Make sure they
active
understand
virus.
what the word viral means, Dr. Horn. The
Right,
reason why I'm saying is
virus.
because
This is
when we look
viruses.
about social media, talk about viral this and viral, make
Yeah.
sure we understand.
Yep, just a virus. Could be a very simple as a cold. Yep.
Yes.
Could be a
there we go.
cold, could be a flu, could be something virus in the system. Usually it's when it's really thick. So now you got 3 colors. You got the white, the yellow, and the green. And what is mucus now? It's the what?
Transition from removing waste from the body.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Transient system.
System.
Yeah,
Oh, I forgot.
transient system. Right. You got it, Cynthia. Good stuff. Good stuff. So when you're moving this mucus out of the body, you got to start leaving away the things that cause the body to think there is a problem. Number one would be dairy. Dairy has a problem because dairy is for what? Cows, not calves. For calves, not for humans.
Not for
So
humans.
what we do is there's a lot of chemicals in the milk right now. Matter of fact, there's one that's called a bovine. It's a bovine growth hormone. And the goal is to raise it as high as we can to get this calf to 1,000 pounds by 1 year. So it's actually these chemicals and hormones and things are being put to it are getting into the dairy. It's getting into the cheese. It's getting into the yogurt. It's getting into all these things. So what is it happening? Yep. We're
Hey,
starting to
Janet.
now picking that stuff up. So that's the problem that it causes. All right. So keep that in mind. So I would stay away from go to the top 10
I have
toxic
issues
food
sometimes
stuff.
here.
And then when you go to the
Mute
top
yourself,
10, when you go to the top 10 toxic foods, Diane, make sure you're muted and start to go from there. Get your water right. Start to pull this stuff out of the system. Okay. All right. All righty. What else you got there, Big B?
All right, here's one from Bianca. Says, how do you get rid of belly fat from perimenopause?
Good thing. I would say first off, whenever you're talking about belly fat, you gotta it's all back to food, y'all. We're not processing. Usually it's assimilation issue. We all have a little belly fat going on, and
Well,
we all live in the United States. So when it becomes excessive, we really have to start to do more workouts. That's where it comes back to getting to actually increase your level of activity, which is going to be your sweating. You got to start to get increased there, do an exercise that actually challenge you to start to sweat, but also stay away from the certain foods that are causing the calorie intake too high. So it goes in, it definitely, you would need an assessment before we can get you on a game plan. But if that's your goal, we can get you there, but you got to start to leave the things away. Thick, creamy, things that pour slow, all that stuff. All right.
okay.
So the hormones don't have anything to do with it, Dr. Paul?
Hormones is everything to do with it. But
Yeah,
what throws the hormones off is the problem. That's going back to thick, the creamy, things that pour slow. Remember, I was just talking about that growth hormone from
right.
things like dairy. That's one of the number one things that throws off the entire endocrine system. These are endocrine disruptions. And remember the
Right. Well,
endocrine system.
this person is plant-based. They don't eat anything dairy or meat. And they didn't have a problem before until they started going through the whole menopause situation.
Well, it could be.
It's like they're
Remember,
holding on to
right.
fat.
So here's the thing. Remember, it goes back to the body believing you starving. That's what it does. So
Hmm.
that looks into you have to have a level of nutritional. Some of the biggest problems that people have are those that are vegan and vegetarian. They don't get enough nutrients. They tend to be not deficient, they're insufficient. That's usually the case with a lot of I get more vegans and vegetarians that are just malnutrition. See,
Yeah.
they're cutting off so much that they're just not getting the proper nutrients. It goes back to the pH. First thing I would do is start to test the pH.
Okay.
Every day they got to be on top of the pH. That's the potential for hydrogen, the potential for energy. So whenever there is the lack of potential for energy, the body's going to look at it as a deficit, and I'm going to start to hold on to this fat. I'm gonna start burning these ketones. That's what I'm gonna start doing because you starving. You're not giving enough energy. I'm not gonna burn this off. I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm gonna switch from burning complex carbohydrates. I'm gonna start burning fat. So you start storing up fat. That's what happens. That's when people say, I got this gut. I don't know what's going on. Why am I so big? I can't get rid of it. I'm on the treadmill for 3-4 hours and ain't going nowhere. Yep, body
Yeah.
says I ain't gonna let none of this go because we starving. We believe we on a desert island and we're gonna hold on to this. Now, there are some keys that you can do. Y'all want to learn how to really burn some weight off the body?
Bring it on. Bring it
Yes,
on, Dr.
We
P.
can
Yes, sir.
kick
I know
in.
everybody wants that.
yes.
All
Dr.
right,
Paul, don't play.
everybody
Don't
just
play.
sat up in their chair. If he said,
Yeah, that's right. Don't play with us.
That's right. We sitting up in our chair tough. I'm telling you.
you better talk.
I think he told us before. I just don't have my notes in front of me.
All right, we gotta kick off this thing that happens with your liver. Okay, your liver kicks off this hormone called glucagon. Got it? Glucagon. So glucagon is the fastest way that your body can burn fat. Okay, nothing can burn fat faster than you, right? And that's when the body is already determined that, hey, guess what? I can get this weight off of me, but this is how I do it. So what you would do, this is what you do when you're doing your exercises. Y'all remember this now? Remember the exercises? Is basically the key to the NFL. It's the key to sports athletes. What you would do is you exercise, right? When you exercise, and then it's exertion followed by immediate rest. Y'all got that? Exertion followed by immediate rest. So if you want to get the tummy down, if you want to build the chest, you want to build the legs or the thighs, or you want to get the knees in condition, whatever exercise you're doing, you would do it excessively for about 30 seconds. Got it? 30 seconds, go as hard as you can. 30 seconds. And then followed by immediate rest. Then you walk. Say, for instance, if you were like on a treadmill. So you would walk Big B fast as you can on the treadmill. Got it?
Right.
30 seconds. Just walking. You don't have to run unless you want to. And then you follow by walking. 30 seconds of walking. Then you follow with it again. Start off again. Start off exertion again, then followed by rest. And that's also with any specific exercise. Guys, if you want to get your chest bigger, that's what you would do. Exercise as fast as you can, then you would rest. And then you would come right back to it. So what's happening is back and forth of exertion versus rest actually releases this chemical in the liver called glucagon. Got it? Glucagon. And that becomes the body's natural fat burner.
Dr. Paul, how long is that rest period?
A rest period can be like between 15 and 30 seconds.
30
Okay.
seconds.
15, 30 seconds. All right.
Yeah,
All
15 to 30 seconds.
That's important because some of us forget.
Yep. Some
And we
people have
sit
talked
down.
about how quickly their body regenerates from that. And the results that people get is incredible. Like, for example, NFL players will be inside and they'll just sprint as fast as they can. Down, yep, just like that Big B. Sprint as fast as they can. And then they walk back. Got it? Then they do it again. Sprint
Remember
again.
those days.
Yep.
Yes.
And then you would walk back. See, it's releasing that natural fat burner. Let me tell you, if you're doing exercises, so if in case with the sit-ups, you would do sit-ups as fast as you can. As fast as you can to exertion, and then you stop.
And
Got
that's
it?
30 seconds.
About 30 seconds if you can. Sometimes you may have to start with 10, 15, whatever you can do.
And then how many times do you do it?
Just as long as based on your individual person.
How many reps?
You can do it as many reps as you want to. Got it? So you can do I would probably say start off light because you don't want to exert yourself too much where you must, because you're tearing the muscle down at the same time. So you probably want to do maybe 3 sets of like 10, 10 to 30 seconds, somewhere between there, 3 sets if you can. And then basically just rest. Usually that gives you the exertion rate as if you were doing it for multiple times. So for example, somebody was on that treadmill. If you did that walk exertion followed by immediate rest, if you did that 3 or 4 times, that was equivalent to about 45 to an hour on the treadmill. That's what they were doing numbers.
That's great to hear. That's great to know.
So it's the natural burner. You're triggering the release of the body to start to now burn fat. That's what it is.
And that's once a day?
There's no rules to this.
Yeah.
There's no rules to this.
Time to get ready.
Okay? There's no rules. So you can actually exert your program and set it up. Each individual is going to be different. Okay, but it's the goal is to release the glucagon. That's the key. But doesn't stop you from doing things like make sure you're plenty hydrated, make sure you got a green drink, make sure you got all those things. Got it?
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Dr. Paul, my next question was, so my mom took she had blood work done and her cholesterol came back high. So she wants to know how she can lower her cholesterol.
Okay.
I think she found out what the culprit was. She was eating too much of seafood.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
So
seafood is very contaminated right now. I wouldn't mess with any seafood right now. I mean, unless it's fish, but definitely no crustacean. Crustacean is very contaminated. Remember that one called STP? STP. Did I ever mention that on this platform? Did we ever talk about STP? Did we ever talk about STP?
No, no.
I don't remember.
STP. If you got some scrimps in the refrigerator right now, you might want to run in there. Or any of the crustacean that you have. And you want to look on the back of the bag, right? And look for this thing called S as in Sam, T as in Tom, P as in Paul. Got it? STP stands for sodium tripolyphosphate. Got it? Sodium tripolyphosphate. Now, what is this? Well, they call this thing amongst the people that put it on there. It's a preservative. It's supposed to make the, fish or the crustacean last longer. So when they spray this on it, it's actually a spray. They call it, here's the word here, Big B. They call it wet. It's called wet. Not the drug wet, but they call it wet. And it's actually a spray that sort of keeps it from actually supposedly tearing down. But here's the problem. This chemical called wet or sodium tripolyphosphate is also an endocrine disruption. It tears if you got issues with pancreas problems like diabetes, if you have thyroid issues, if you have anything going on with that endocrine system, then that means male and female reproductive systems too. Got it? Definitely this can cause a problem. You ever been cooking some, either fish or like the shrimp or whatever? As soon as you put it in the pot or the pan, you see this white stuff come out.
Yeah.
That's it right there. That's it. That's it. So I would check all of your, if you got some, they put it a lot on shrimp and a lot on the lobster and things like that because it makes it heavier. Got it? So now you even pay more for it because it's heavier.
Wow.
Per pound.
Yeah, per pound.
So, but it's a very, very dangerous thing. Make sure you look up. You can look it up. Just look up for sodium, dangers of sodium tripolyphosphate. Got it? STP, they call it. All right.
So that's how to lower her cholesterol?
Well, the whole point is you got to watch anything that's going into the blood. It's a blood issue.
Okay.
When it's poisoning the blood, that's what crustacean does. It poisons the blood. A lot of people don't want to hear that, but the shrimps and the lobsters and stuff right now, they're pulling them from the contaminated beds also. Not only by habitat, we should leave them alone, because the Bible said leave them alone, right?
I know that's right.
But
yes,
also, they're pulling them from the contaminated beds where all the oil spills are. So that's the problem. Got it? So oils, watch the contamination, give her the top 10 list, just check it twice, make sure she's not dealing with any of that stuff. But the oils are also very high. The oils, gotta watch the oils. Okay, remember the oils, and I'm sure you can help her with the oils, right?
Yes.
Make sure she's not getting it, not just directly, but indirectly. You could be getting the oils. All you gotta do, you know what it really comes down to when you're trying to figure it out? It's like I said earlier. What do you like a lot of? You say, what do you like a lot of? That's what you ask. That's what you ask her.
And the red onion tea.
Usually that's gonna be it. Yep. So the red onion tea, like Carol G said over there, red onion tea helps. You got it?
Okay.
But again, there's a lot of things. You can get any of these alliums. You can get any of these dilators. But if you're still messing around with the stuff, you're splitting the fence.
Right.
Got it? See, that's the problem. Most people are still splitting the fence. And if you're still splitting the fence,
can you mute yourself, Eunice? Mute yourself, please.
I got it. Yeah.
All right, great. Okay.
So what happens is you don't want to split the fence. That's the key. So that's why I'm so much of a stickler on the fundamentals of health.
Right.
You gotta stick to the fundamentals. Whenever you're doing with anything, I'm gonna tell y'all, people get 60 to 75% well when they just follow the fundamentals. If you pull off of that stuff, be aware of that stuff. Like we talked about the hydrogenization. The things that were in hydrogenated foods, things like the creamers. You talk about the peanut butter, talk about the coconut oil. Remember we talked about coconut oil that sometimes appears hydrogenated. You got to, these are sneaky things that cause people problems. But they say, I never thought this was a problem, but that is your problem right there. Got it? So keep that in mind. Hopefully it helps you, okay?
Thank you.
All right, Bianca. Thank you.
Bianca.
Appreciate you.
Dr.
Can
Paul.
I ask a question, Dr. Paul?
Sure.
Cynthia. Go ahead.
What can you do for how you say rosacea?
Well, that's also dealing with blood. We got to clean the blood. Definitely we would take you through a liver cleanse. That's usually that's traditionally what's used. any signs of rosacea is actually is a form of just, broken vessels, on the skin. So with that, you're trying to, the body's always trying to push things out of the skin. Remember, if there's, if there's issues with skin, bumps, blisters, boils, rashes, eczema, rashes, anything like that, inconsistencies on the outside represent inconsistencies on the inside. So you got to get that moving. You got to get that moving. You got to get that. Also, exercise plays a big part of that because that drives the sweat glands called the pseudomotor. The pseudomotor drives the system to start flushing the skin.
Okay.
So make sure that, whoever has this condition is doing plenty of exercise. Got it? The exercise is critical.
So exercise and a liver cleanse.
Yeah, that's usually traditionally what's used. I don't know her situation, but I'm just giving you just general stuff right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say to be sure, just have come on in and get assessment, and I can tell you exactly, what's going on.
Okay, so in the meantime, until she gets the appointment, just do the liver cleanse, or is there any herbs or anything?
Yeah, definitely a water. It would be a lot of probes that we have to do.
Okay.
How's the water?
How is the water?
Good. That's number one. Ain't nothing moving, especially if you're doing the herb, because the herb is going to say, I need more water.
I know that's right.
You ain't drinking no water. I'm going to need more water. You want me to work.
Right.
So you got to get that water moving. Water is number one. That's why I stopped. Before I even get to the top 10 toxic foods, I say the first thing, what we say, water.
Water.
It's the first thing is water every time.
Right
Not
water.
some of the time, not most of the time, every time. It starts with the water.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Good question. Good stuff. Good
All
stuff.
right.
All right. I got
good.
something for y'all. Before you go, Big B, I
Okay,
want
you
to,
got it.
we got about 150 people in here, and I think
Right.
this is a good time to bring this to the family. All right. Remember, we were talking about, the levels of things like nitrites and nitrates, with what's going on in the food right now. We're talking about the food, and Big B, you and I on every Sunday, and I'm on Saturday, and we're talking about a new poison or something that got through, and you saying, I don't know what's in my food. Is it my food now? Would I have to check everything? You don't know if I'm washing it right, if I'm doing this. Well, one of the things that you can do is, and I want to invite the family to see what I have here. I want to give like a show and tell. This show and tell. Remember show and tell, y'all?
Here we go again, guys.
This
He
show and
something.
tell.
He got something we don't know anything about yet.
I tell you, man, all these gadgets and toys and stuff, man. When I was in school, I used to hate to do show and tell, but now I kind of like it. Anyway, I want to show you. This is one of the indicators that's for things like nitrites and nitrates. See, remember, natural nitrites and nitrates are in natural fruits and vegetables. Got it? And that's the natural form. But because of high levels of industrialization, they increase the amount of nitrogen into the pesticides and the chemicals and things. All right. So now all your foods absorb all this stuff, all these extra nitrites and nitrates. And remember, this is one of the main things that dehydrates your arteries and veins, causes a lot of things that you all been asking me for the first few questions that we had, whether it's the pancreas, if it's the liver, if it's dealing with the arteries and the veins and all that stuff. So I got a little toy for you. All right.
Okay.
Big B, I got a toy, man.
Okay.
I got a toy.
Talk to me.
I like the toys and the gadgets, right?
Well, here we go again.
Here is one of the indicators, and I'm going to show you where you can purchase this. Okay, so this right here, and let me know if you can see it, Big B.
All right.
This right here is called the green test.
Yep, I
Can y'all
see that. Yeah, we can.
You see it right there? So the green test is a device that looks just like this. Can y'all see that? Let me know if it's phasing it out.
I can see it, but it's not bright enough, but we can see it.
Okay, hold on. Let me do this. Let me go over here and let me see if I can go back to the gallery. There it is right there.
There we go.
See right there?
Yeah.
Okay, see that right there? It's a slim device. Looks like a little cell phone. You remember back in the day when the cell phones used to be this little?
Yes.
It looks like a little cell phone. Are y'all checking it out? Say yes.
Mhm.
Can you send it out
Yep,
your head
yep,
if I can
yep.
see everybody? Everybody see
Yes.
it? All right,
Yes.
good.
Yes.
All right, so here, this, and I'm gonna turn it on, turns on. It's actually a indicator that you can use to put into your foods. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a portable nitrate, water, and radiation detector.
Oh,
Wow.
see that?
This is too cool, y'all. This, if
See?
you can't talk about something that's needed right now,
Yeah,
this is
man.
it right here. So here, as you can see this thing right here, it's on right now. You probably can't see it because it's
Yeah.
too bright. It's too
Yeah.
bright. But on here, what it does, you just have it, and you see this little, let me see it. Let me hold it up here. See that little
Right there.
end right here?
On
This right
on
here?
the bottom there, right.
That is called
Yeah,
the
bottom left.
probe. That's called the probe. Take that little cap off. And it's got like two little lines here, like little spikes. Can you see that little skinny lines right there? I don't know if y'all can see it.
Yep.
See it?
Yep, I can see it right there.
Yeah.
So what you do is you take something, and I just happen to have something right here.
Hey, y'all believe that, right?
Got an apple. I don't know how you. Where you know you always show up on time.
He has an apple. Okay.
Just happened to be there. Apple day, get the doctor away.
That's an apple, right?
Anyway, this right here, what you would do is take the probe and you would stick it right into the fruit.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, sir. Stick it right into the fruit.
Just
and then
that
you would
easy.
go to fruit. It has, here's the categories. It has fruits, vegetables, meat, and fish. That's what it does. So I'm gonna go over to fruit, hit the fruit. First one on there says apple. I'm gonna hit apple. And then at the bottom it says insert probe. I did that. And then you hit measure. Boom. And then in a few seconds, it'll give me whether this thing is safe or not.
Oh, Lord. I need 10 of them.
And that's from nitrates. That's from nitrites and also radiation.
Wow.
Is the apple good? Pesticides?
Yep. And this right here tells me right here it passed. When it's green, it says pass. Yellow is caution. And of course, if it turns red, that means dangerous. Don't eat that. Got it?
Does it detect pesticides?
That's what it's doing. That's what the nitrates and stuff are.
Oh.
That's exactly
What's it called again,
I
Dr.
thought you
Mahal?
meant nitrates for like bacon and stuff, those nitrates, but okay.
No, that is a form of it also. But this one is from, of course, the excessive amount of spraying. Got it? That's on fruit. Now, there are nitrates that you can detect from meats also. That's what that would be in. So you can test your meats also. Got it?
Okay.
What's the name
So,
of it again?
now this right here, it's called green test. Green test. This is just one of many that are out there. And then I take another one, is a banana. Got a banana. I got a banana. Hold up. Let me test this one. And anything, it'll tell you immediately where the level is also. So it'll tell you on the rate of, when they say, let's hit bananas, it'll tell you normally bananas are 200 mgs, milligrams. Got it? 200 milligrams, the normal.
Right.
Normal amount. So you put the probe in. Got it? And then you hit measure. Boom. Oh, this is a good toy, y'all. This is a good
Yeah, man. See?
And this one says normal. Yep, right there. So what you would do is it says check for, if it gets close or high to it, it'll give you a caution. If it says something that's dangerous, it will say, don't, definitely do not eat that.
You can't eat it until tomorrow.
You got that right. Not fruit tonight. I ain't gonna stay up all night.
I know that's right.
All right, so more folks, come on in. Y'all right on time. Which was the last one I did? I did the apple. I did the banana.
The banana.
You did the banana. Would you?
All right, let me do this. This is the pear right here.
Pear.
All right, let me see the pear. So it's got fruit. Let's see. Let me do a veggie. Let me do the pear first. I'll do the pear. Okay, pears. And you just scroll down. It's got everything in here. It's got jackfruit is in here, kiwi, mangosteen, papaya, peach, It's got some stuff I ain't even heard of, Big B.
Mm.
Let me tell you, they got a
Wow.
lot of them in here.
Well, if it
Wow.
turns red, we know not to eat it, right?
Well, I would say this: it's looking into a lot of the cultural fruits. It's in
Right.
a lot of
Okay.
cultural fruits. Okay. All right. So let me see. Pear. Where's the pear? Go back to the pear. Yeah, this is some good stuff, y'all. This is what I would say, everybody. We need this right now for checking our foods right now.
Mm-hmm.
Pear. There it is. Pear. Okay. Insert the probe. It says measure. Okay, it says less than 30. Pass. Yep. Low nitrite content means product is safe. That's what comes at the bottom. That's usually what it has. Got it? So I would say definitely you can also use this for meat. You can also use it for fish. Got it? This is something I say everybody needs to get one of these. Now they come in different forms. Now this one checks for radiation and also for of course the nitrate, or the nitrates. And what you can also do, you can get other ones that test water. Yep. So there's levels of water. You know, right now we're in a time where we have these things called PFAS, and the PFAS is become a problem. So I would say grab you one of these. Okay, I'm going to pull it up right now. Big V, we're going to go to the next person. In the meantime, I'm going to pull up where you can purchase this. It's
Okay, the
right on
green
Amazon. Yep, it's called Green Test.
Called Green Test.
Dr. Paul.
Nitrate water and radiation detector. There's a lot of them on there. So you find out the one you want. See, I have a water tester already, so I didn't need that. So I just needed the one that does the fruit, the vegetables, the meats, or fish, or whatever that. That's the one I wanted to get.
And you test everything.
You can test everything with this. Okay. And this is looking for the nitrates. Remember the nitrates. Yep.
Dr. Paul.
Nitrates. Yes.
Did you did you test that before you washed them or after you washed them?
Actually, I did it before. Okay. Yes, I wanted to do that for, and that's a good question because I thought about that too. I want to find out both. I would suggest you do both. Okay. I would suggest you do that. But this right here, I did not wash it. I did not do it. This is straight right from the store. So I wanted to find out even what I'm dealing with first, because that's going to tell you a lot about the place you're shopping at.
I was about to say that.
Got it? That's going to tell you a lot from there. And then once you wash it, does it pay a difference, or does it make a difference? Now, this probe is going inside. So if you start to see a difference from the outside to the inside, what does that mean? What does that
seriously
mean?
wrong.
Something's wrong. Yeah.
Well, something's definitely wrong.
Yeah.
But it
Don't
just
eat the
shows
skin.
you. Yep, you got it. You got it. She said it. She said it. Somebody said it. It's the skin. Yep. So that's where you got to watch out for that. So it's a great way of just knowing some information. We need something, y'all. We need some level of information, and this is a great piece for you. Okay. Now there are a lot of them out there. There's a lot of them out there. So I want to give you just maybe I can grab a couple here.
Dr. Paul, what model is yours?
This is called Green Test.
Yeah, because they have quite a few models.
This one is the black one. There's white ones out there also.
There's Eco 6, there's a whole bunch. There's a
That's why I want to let me do that for you. Okay, let me check that. Okay, Big B. Let's see. Yeah, go ahead to the next person, and I will try to bring this up so everybody can see it. How about that?
You know, I was just thinking about on the question that was just asked whether or not you should do it before or after. See, once you plug that rascal, it's going, whatever's on the skin is going to coat the probe before it goes in. Okay, and then the other part was this, which kind of comes to mind. What is so unfortunate about that is that the majority of many of the nutrients is in the skin.
Yeah, it can be.
Especially if you're juicing and things like that, right?
That would be the roughage. That's correct. See, that's the importance of really making sure that you wash your fruits and vegetables. Make sure you do
Exactly.
that.
Exactly.
Make sure you do that. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can grab this one.
So you
Okay,
wash
here's
the
the one
probe.
that
How
I
you do
have.
what?
Here's the one I have.
Is there a particular thing, liquid that you need when you're washing the probe, or just water? I think that's
Remember,
kind of
we
what
want baking
Di-
soda,
baking
aluminum
soda,
free.
Diane.
Baking soda,
Okay,
aluminum
thank
free.
you.
Of all those that clean the pesticides more, and they took everything from veggie wash. They
Mhm.
took even apple cider vinegar. I don't know why you do that one. Don't do that one.
Yeah.
They took alkaline water. They took everything across the board. What wins every time is baking soda, aluminum free. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
She
what
actually
wins.
asked, she was actually asking, how do you clean the probe?
How do you clean the probe is
Yeah.
the same way. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can use that. You can use that way. Yeah. You can clean the probe, but it's actually is so thin when you see it. It's basically something that you can go from fruit to fruit. It's so thin.
Oh,
You
okay.
know,
I got you.
it's something that, yeah.
Sure.
So just keep that in mind. You can just clean it with, just matter of fact, there's a whole list of things, and it comes with an app too. It's actually a app to this thing.
Oh, okay.
So if you got problems seeing the screen because it's so small, you can attach it to your phone and let your
Okay.
phone do it. So all you do is insert the probe, and you could be, on your phone, scrolling if it's easier to see on your phone. So it's got
Okay.
an app to it. I think that was excellent. All
All
good
right.
stuff. What y'all think about that? Y'all think that's good? Y'all
That
think
sounds
this is
like
a
a
good
nice
one?
idea. Yeah, it
I
is.
think it's something that everybody would need. Let me share my screen here so you can see what I'm looking at here. And let me know if you can see it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Paul, you said clean with just baking soda. You don't need baking soda and vinegar?
No vinegar.
Okay.
No vinegar. Just baking soda, aluminum free. Can you see it? What do you see?
I can see it. Mm-hmm.
And what does
I
it look
see
like?
it's the green one. It's
Okay.
side by side with you.
Yeah, there you go. There it is right there. So it's green test, instant, read, digital nitrate tester, and vegetable fruit, meat, food safe meter, 2F black. Yep, this is the version I have. Karam, I think Karam was asking that, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I was online and I saw different models like Bill saw. So yes,
Right.
that was me. Thank you.
Right. Let me play this video for y'all. Let me play this video. This video is pretty cool. Can you hear that?
Yep.
We embrace eating fruit and vegetables as part of a healthy diet. Some might look the same, but on the inside there is a big difference. This one contains much more nitrates. Nitrates occur naturally in fruit and vegetables. It helps them to grow. But over the years, more and more nitrates got in. So how did this happen? Well, our world is constantly getting faster, busier, and more efficient. Over the last 50 years, our population has grown enormously. To feed everyone, we adapted our agriculture, so the quantities grew. But so did the amount of fertilizers used. The most used fertilizer in the world is nitrogen. Today we use almost 20 times more than 50 years ago, and it's still increasing. Because of this nitrogen fertilizer, we now have much more nitrates in our food, and ingest 10 times more nitrates than recommended. According to many studies, an excess of nitrates can lead to serious health problems, including diabetes, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's disease.
Nitrates occur naturally in our fruit and vegetables. A small amount isn't harmful. But our body converts an excess of nitrates into nitrites. And when nitrites get into the stomach, the acidic conditions may cause them to form nitrosamine, which is carcinogenic and may be seriously harmful to our health. Eating fresh fruit and vegetables is a good thing, but you can't see the healthiest by just looking at the outside.
Just select the fruits and vegetables that you want to measure and insert the probe. After a few seconds, the green test measures the amount of nitrates and gives you the result. The exact amount of nitrates is shown, and a color indicator allows you to quickly determine whether your fruits and vegetables are harmful or
Don't
not.
mess with that one.
I know that's
You
right.
can immediately see the difference and choose the healthiest option. The World Health Organization suggests a maximum daily intake of nitrates. Green Test helps you to quantify your daily intake and to select the healthiest choice for you and your family. Now you can test fruits and vegetables any way you want. so you can always find the best quality every day. The choice is yours.
Good stuff,
So you
y'all.
take
Good
that to the
stuff.
store with you, right?
And so you
Yeah.
just stick the fruit in the store.
Yeah.
You stick it in the store, you better hide.
You gonna pay for that?
I
You
don't
got that
Thinking about
condone.
that.
You gonna pay for that.
I ain't gonna
You might get
condone
locked
y'all.
up.
Don't listen
Dr.
to
Paul
me
said
now.
he ain't in that.
Don't listen to me
I'm
now.
gonna say Dr. Paul told me
I'm
to
not
stick
gonna
this fruit.
condone y'all
I'm
following
gonna say,
people.
call my doctor. My doctor.
That's
My
right.
doctor. My naturopathic doctor. He told me to.
I
Y'all
learned that
gonna
on the
put it on
family
me.
tree.
They gonna
So,
put
so when
that
y'all
on
see them
me,
little holes in the
baby.
fruit, you know it was me.
Then if it's still there, don't buy it. I'll just look for the hole.
Well, that's a true statement. If there's a hole and it's still there, that means
If
they
it's
put it
still
back.
there, that means they put it back. That's right. I don't condone you putting probes and stuff. That's why I like this one here. This one that you notice that probe looked almost like it was a little larger than this one.
Yeah,
This
it
one's
looks like
actually this one here is like two little small prongs. So you can this one right here, you can get away with it right here. Because you can't see this one. See how small
Yeah.
that is? Very
Yeah, it
small,
is
very
tiny.
small. And I
Yeah.
like this one. It's more portable and it's a lot smaller. That one right there is also does not only radiation, they have a whole list of different ones that also do water also. So it's good. Now remember now, one thing that they did not cover was the meats. Okay, so if you
Right,
have
yeah.
fish or meats, remember they do put nitrites and nitrates. I think somebody actually just mentioned that. And remember, the problem is when you start to cook meats and they're high in nitrites and nitrates, when it starts to get heated up, that's what?
Yeah.
Male principle, right?
Yes.
Male principle is heat, destruction, tear down. That now turns it into a carcinogen. Now you understand why this meat is bad. And it starts to now damage the intestinal line, can cause issues with diabetes. Alzheimer's is at a high right now.
Yes.
And a lot of
yes.
this has a lot to do with the foods. The one thing that I think about a lot, I think about the people that are in situations where they're in either schools, senior homes, or even the prison systems where the foods are just not good. You know,
Right,
you know
yeah.
that the foods are not
Yeah,
good.
man.
And this
Yeah.
is one of the number one reasons right here. So this is a great gift for somebody, y'all. This is a great gift for yourself and for your family. And then, you know, let me walk around and see some holes and stuff. I know who been there. Somebody from the family tree been around here. I'm gonna say, all right, who's the person that putting holes and stuff?
I'm gonna take a sticker. Dr. Paul says Dr. Paul sent me.
All
man,
right. So
that's
that
great
was your
stuff.
show and tell for today, y'all.
Yeah,
That
man,
was
that
your
was
show
great.
and
Yeah,
tell
that
for
was good.
today.
Good.
That was good.
Organic foods, do they have to be tested too? Is it necessary?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You gotta test everything.
Everything that
Test
says
everything.
organic is not organic.
I thought they
Vern.
Yeah, it might not even be organic.
That's right. They just say it.
Now you can back it up. How
Yep.
about that?
That's
Now you can
exactly
back it
right.
up. Yep. All right.
One
So
more
sounds
question,
good.
Dr. Paul. Can you do it on cooked as well as raw? Raw
Yeah.
as well as cooked.
Well, I think it's mostly going. That would be a good question, Cynthia.
yes.
You always got some good stuff. That's a perfect way of doing it. So if you know that you're cooking something like meats, I would definitely before and then after you cook it, you can see if this actually triggered nitrate release, which
Great
makes it
idea.
more
Great
toxic.
idea.
You know, that's
That's
a
a great
great
idea.
idea.
Great
Great
idea,
idea.
Cynthia.
Yep.
I'd hate to cook my food and then find out it ain't no good.
After I spent all this time cooking this big old steak.
Then you be mad the rest of the night. Huh?
Better be safe than sorry, though.
That's
Well,
right. At least you'll be alive.
That's
yeah,
right.
that's
And now don't think that putting barbecue sauce on gonna help.
well. If I can't
Y'all ain't
see
never,
it won't bother me.
get invited to the barbecue. Y'all ain't getting invited to the
Yeah.
barbecue.
He said, come on now. It's all
Oh
right.
my.
It's gonna be all right if I put an extra barbecue sauce.
Everybody gonna have
Yeah,
holes in their
Oh
food
no.
when you go to the barbecue.
Now, what
but,
also it is, what's really cool with that as a last piece, this comes with a USB port. Yes, it
okay.
charges like a cell phone. It's just like a cell phone. This thing
Okay,
is
cool.
awesome. Charges just like a cell phone. They even have an international plug. So if you travel
okay, cool.
international, see the international plug?
Yeah.
They got an international plug, which is USB international.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
Tell
really
you,
nice.
man, this is a perfect
Really,
advice.
really nice.
Everybody in the United States needs to have this, right?
Man. Well, you know, most people in the United States don't even know what that is, Dr. Paul.
Yep.
I just say that, but that's
You don't even know what that is. You got to travel international to understand what this is.
What is the brand? What is the brand name of yours?
It's called Green Test.
Green Test.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of them are called Green Test, but I'm saying what
Mine
is the maker?
Meter is the 2F black. 2F black.
Yeah, that's what.
Mine is the 2F black. But like I said, there's others that are on here that are matter of fact, if I pull up some, there's a lot of them on here. And that's not just the only brand. There's other ones that are on there. There's another one called probably a little bit more expensive, but it actually, because they go as high as like $300, $400.
Yeah, they're some of them are
really get expensive, you know. But I'm just, you know, I just want something that's accurate. That's the key. And when I looked up the numbers, they were saying that this was actually one of the best ones out there.
Okay.
So good stuff, y'all. All right.
What is the name of that? What is the name of that device?
Green Test.
Green Test, and that's to test nitrates in food?
Yeah. Green Test.
Green
Yeah.
Test. And what's the number on it?
2F black. 2F black is the one.
Here's just 2F black.
Yeah,
Yes.
2F black.
Okay, thank you.
All right, guys. Let me try and get guys in line here before we start rolling up, okay? Patricia Howell, you're up. You're there. I know you got to be there somewhere you were. Okay, Patricia. And all right, then what we'll do is we'll go to Gloria Kincaid until Patricia comes back. Gloria, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Wonderful. Dr. Paul,
hang on, Patricia, we'll be
someone
there.
else
Okay.
and respond. What do you think about they call floaters in the eyes? Floaters in the eyes.
Yeah, it's just again, you know, across the actual lens, you're going to get those. In most cases, it's debris, could be parasites that are in the system that are just crossing the stream of the actual lens itself. That's why we would use things like the Dr. Christopher's. You would do the eye wash. That's what we use the eye wash for. Yep. Eye wash, continuously do the eye wash. So we use the alkaline waters, like of course the Crystal Guys or any of those waters that'll help to clear out the eye. Okay, but it just shows that, you know, the eye is backing up with mucus, but also watch the processed foods, watch the sugar, things like that. Because sometimes, you know, floaters will be in a certain position and you can see it move, things like that. So that's why you want to basically flush the eye as often as possible. Okay. Now, some of the other things that you can do, not with the Dr. Christopher's, but some have even used coconut oil. Okay, coconut oil. And what you would do is take the coconut oil and place it in the corners of the eye, corners of both eyes. Got it? And then close the eyes and then rotate it around like in a circle, like that. And that usually helps.
Is there a particular kind of coconut oil, Dr. Paul?
Yep, make sure it's non-hydrogenated.
Hydrogenated,
organic, unrefined. You got it. You got it.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want no more hydration going into the eye. That's right. Dehydration going into the eye. Good stuff, though, Gloria.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right,
thank
Gloria.
you.
Now we're back up now. Go to Patricia. She's there now. Patricia.
Hi, Dr. Paul.
Hey, what's up, Patricia?
A lot.
That's all right. We're praying.
But my question, my question is, number one, the doctor wants me to take iron pills, but he said and take the over-the-counter iron pills, and I know that's not going to work for me. So I need to know what I can do, what I can take. And they also want to give me B12 shots.
B12.
And
yeah. So when they're talking about you're anemic, they're saying you're anemic.
Yes.
Yeah, that's an assimilation issue. This goes back to assimilation. So you got to watch. You know, usually it's the villi in the gut that literally cannot assimilate, you know, the nutrients that you're eating. Usually that's the first case that we look at. When you're doing that, remember, you got to watch the thick stuff. Watch the thick stuff.
Mhm.
Anything thick. Remember anything like that
Right.
going on? Any cheese, any dairy, any yogurt,
No, I don't eat that
all
stuff.
that stuff. Okay. What do you like a lot of?
I don't know because I stopped eating everything I like a lot of.
Mm.
Okay.
Things that make you go,
Okay.
So what we have to do then is, if you're done the checkpoint, no probiotics, right? None of that
No,
stuff, right? Okay,
no.
good. So regenerating the gut starts with things like, I would start with things like traditionally used, not to diagnose, treat, kill, preventing disease, just food for the soul, things like aloe vera gel. You can also reset the villi with things like papaya. Okay, papaya works very well. Also, you can take raw cabbage juice. Raw cabbage juice. Okay, that resets. Also, and this also resets by starting to grow, because sometimes it was it at one time, were you eating a lot of those things a while ago, or was it something that you've always had a problem with? Anything like that?
You mean the bad things?
Yep.
Yeah, I was.
So it's a part of your, regeneration of it. Watch fermentation, no fermentation, none of that
Right.
apple cider vinegar stuff. Got it? Really, you're trying to regenerate that. Two herbs for you: slippery elm. Okay, slippery elm. Also, marshmallow root. Okay.
Okay.
Let me give you one more. Calendula.
How you spell it?
Calendula. Some call it calendula or call it calendula. Either way. So those are some of the things that can help to reset the gut. And then when you do this, you always want to do this like in the morning. Okay, do it like in the morning and just before after your dinner, after your last dinner, or before your dinner. If you can do it before the dinner, that even helps because it can prepare you. Like, for example, the aloe vera gel, you would take that 30 minutes before you eat. If you're doing that one. Yep. Yep. All right.
They also told me I have Hashimoto's disease.
Okay,
So
that's
I
thyroid.
started taking some poor calcium. Is that?
Yeah, that's good. More so with Hashimoto's, I would look for things like kelp, though.
Okay.
Hashimoto's, I would also say, things like kelp, chlorella. And if it's chlorella, make sure it's the sun chlorella. That's the one I would recommend for that.
Okay.
Okay. And let's see what else. Any of the bladder rack, all of those that see, this is all playing in role with your nutritional. Got it? So remember, it's your endocrine system.
Right.
Is whenever they saying there's an issue with thyroid or that thyroid gland, and that's what Hashimoto's is. So what's happening is they're saying, okay, well, you're not getting enough nutrients. You're not assimilating so that you can feed the body what it really needs. So you're not assimilating. That's where they really missed this. They really missed this one bad. And that's usually they're going to say, take an iron pill or say something like that. But really, it's not iron. It's a dynamic of nutrients that you're missing. It's never one thing. You can never look at the body and say it's one thing. It never works like that. Nothing in the body does it by itself. There's nothing in the body does it by it. It does it as a group. It does it as a corporation, as an organization, as a family. You got it? So when you're taking things like these natural things, gravitate towards the life force of the plant, whether land or sea, gravitate to something that has life force because it's in balance. Got it? Has a dynamic of nutrients. That's why kelp has a whole lot of stuff in it. Same thing with these herbs. They have a lot of things in them. So that you need that dynamic. Okay, so keep that in mind.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Thank you, Dr. Paul.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right, Josh.
What about the left side?
What was that, Diane?
Never mind. Talking to me.
Okay, you guys, look, you guys talking in chat. Stop that.
He's telling me to ask Dr. Paul
I
about my
know.
left side. The
The
left
left
side of my body has a numbness, and they don't seem to know why.
Okay, so the numbness on the left side, where in the left side? Is it the hand, the arm?
From my foot all the way up to right below my chest.
So structural issues first. Remember, we got to check.
Right.
Trisha
That's
always
what I'm
checks
waiting
structure.
for the chiropractor now.
Yeah, get on that. Definitely get on that sooner than later, okay? Because that's
Okay.
where we want to check that. We always want to
By the
make
way,
sure.
guys, a lot of the information is in the chat where you can find Dr. Lenny's number and all that kind. I was just looking at a lot of the information
Not in
that
Philly.
we've been asking questions. The answers have already been in the chat.
Yeah, where are you, Patricia? Because you got some behind you. I'm looking like, wait,
I'm in Arizona.
I'm looking up, Big B. Did you see me look back like this?
Yeah.
I'm looking
So
back like saying,
where's your
"Is the sun
son, right?"
still up? Wait a minute. I'm looking behind me.
Oh, boy.
Even my dog Indy got up and said, "You call me?" No, I ain't calling you.
All right, Patricia. Thanks so much. All right, Cynthia, do you have any more questions? I know you asked some questions earlier. If not, that we'll go to Sheila.
Yes, I do have some questions. And
Okay,
first,
go right
before I
ahead.
get to my questions,
Thank you, Patricia.
I want to make a statement. I earlier said that Dr. Paul, you didn't talk about wet. Yes, you did. You talked about it.
Didn't I? Oh,
Yes,
thank
you
you.
did.
Thank you.
I want to stand corrected.
All
So
right.
thank you very much for that. I try to be as honest as I can always.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Because y'all, sometimes I'm thinking to myself, I'm double checking myself. Like, did we talk about that? Where was I when I talked about that? Yeah.
All right.
But my
Very good.
question though is, and Dr. Paul, I know I'm overdue for to come to see you for more detailed information, but just generally, as far as the breast, what types of herbs should you not be taking if that's based on hormones like the estrogen and the progesterone? I'm sorry.
Well,
that you should not be taking
you
should not be taking for the breast area for estrogen and progesterone.
Progesterone.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry, I mispronounced it. Are there any herbs that you would say don't take?
No, remember, this is balanced by the thyroid. Remember, the hormones are balanced by the thyroid. That's weight, temperature, pressure. So that's the balancer right there. That's what we call that's like the gear shift of your car.
Right.
So the thyroid determines the weight, temperature, pressure, but it also determines, do I increase my weight? Do I lower the weight? How's the pressure? It balances out those. It's like a dance, it's balancing out everything. So really, when you're looking for things like whether it's estrogen production, testosterone, or progesterone, the balance of these things is a happy balance. You have to include the liver in that conversation. Got it?
Right.
So really, you're starting to really cleanse the liver, and you cleanse the liver, you start to get all of that back in order. Got it? That's what happens. But also, I'm going to put a big asterisk by this one. You got to be stress-free. Got it? Stress-free is very critical. A lot of times when a lot of women are experiencing a lot of thyroid issues, what's throwing that off, believe it or not, has everything to do with the adrenal glands. Got it? Has a lot to do with the adrenals. So that means that the adrenals fire off into the thyroid spins around, starts going whack. Yep. All of a sudden, boom, imbalance. So you got to stay stress-free at the same time. Okay.
How do you do that in this world?
Yeah, I know. That's a trick question. That's a trick question.
But
find your tone, huh, Dr.
What
P?
I would say though, this is what I say. This is what I always say. Remember, I talk about decompression time all the time. I say everybody should have a decompression time, at least 1 hour a day when you do absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you got to realize that the very people that you're in your household could be your problem.
Have mercy. Yes, Lord.
It could be the problem. And sometimes
they love you to death. Nope.
You gotta establish, that this is my time. You deserve that time. If you've been working, especially Ladies, if you're out there in this male-driven, world of business and high stress and high pressure, already that works against you because that's working against your principle.
Yes.
As nurturers. So it's really rough on you. You have to do more adjusting than the average male does. The male is already driven with testosterone. We're moving in this direction because that's our first principle. But when you're doing that, it's like you got to shift gears. You got to be able to shift gears. So that's why we have those herbs that are things like the angelica root, things like the or they also call it the Don Quay, red raspberry, any of the thistles, the milk thistle, the blessed thistle, the holy thistle, all those were driven because that helps, women, helps you to balance this whole dance out. Got it? Now, especially when you're transitioning from now, the body says, okay, well, we're not making children no more. So we don't have to make as much estrogen. So we're going to, start to make less of this. And that's the transition where people are having these night sweats and these hot flashes and all this stuff going on. It's your body adjusting to the transitional change of not making as much estrogen. That's the key. So what happens? You got to keep the liver clean, keep your hydration up, make sure that you're getting plenty of sleep, and stay stress-free as much as you can. Got it? Treat yourself, ladies. Treat yourself. Foot massage, hot stone massage. They work, y'all. They work. And then ask them to use some lavender oil. Boy, I tell you, that lavender oil will do something for you. The rosemary will do it for you. These are oils you can add to your bath water. Calmatives like willow bark. These are the ones that you sort of bring it down and they help to balance all your hormones. Also, aromatherapy. Aromatherapy goes really well. You can reset what's called the olfactory nerve. The olfactory nerve is right up here. Got it? Right up here. And that actually, can y'all see this, by the way? Everybody got quiet on me. Yeah,
Yep,
right here.
Yep,
right here.
We taking notes, Dr. Paul.
Yeah, the olfactory nerve. It's called the olfactory. Olfactory. Olfactory nerve is actually what resets. That's when people say, I can't taste stuff like I used to. Well, all the food tastes the same. I feel like I can't smell stuff no more. Or people that went through the pandemic issues that when people came out, they were having issues with taste. People say, I can't taste anymore. I don't know, after I had after I had the C factor, I can't say it on it because we're on, I think we're on
Yes,
Facebook.
amen.
Yeah, I can't say it. But anyway, it started having issues with taste. I can't taste stuff no more. It doesn't taste food, doesn't taste good. So all of that resets with the olfactory nerve. Now, there are certain herbs that are actually in small containers that you can use. And with that, you can reset that. So you go through each one of these herbs, once or twice a day. And guess what? Boom, you can get it back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, that's very good information, Dr. Paul. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I need
Thank
to
you
get
much,
my
Kathy.
appointment with you soon.
Okay,
All right.
we'll see you soon, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Great.
All
Thank
right.
you.
And don't forget about me time. Take some
Me time.
I know
Take
that's
that
right,
me
Cricket.
time.
That's what's
That's
up.
right.
That's
You got to
the
get
name of the
that
game.
me time. That's
All
right.
right, Sheila, and then Quincy. Sheila?
How you gonna skip over me?
No, we haven't got to you. Well, it looks like we're you, but over here on my side,
Oh,
on my side, we have Sheila, Quincy, Haraya, Yvette, and Motorola. That's where we are. So,
Oh, okay.
and we're at 47. So,
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's
Sheila,
correct.
you there?
Yeah,
Hey,
this
Sheila.
this is about the pH, which you always talk about. I've been trying to test mine, and my urine, I don't seem to understand it. My urine is on 8, the color 8, and saliva is 6. Can you tell me what is the pH then?
Right. You got the formula. Let me see what you got there. Let me see what you got there. Right. So you take your best judgment on that. Okay. Let me see. Can you hold that up? Your screen
Hold up to the camera.
Your screen is
Sheila.
very fuzzy. Yeah.
Go down just a bit. Down,
Come on
right there,
down.
right there.
Okay. Now, pull out one of the strips for me. Pull out one of the strips for me. Let me try to bring that up.
There's so many different kinds of pH tests.
Yeah, see, you probably got one that's an advanced one. That's too advanced for you. Yeah, there's too much. There's too many options there for you. So you have to have an understanding before you can get that. All you need is one. When you get a pH, see how many on that strip? 3?
No.
How many?
2.
14. 14.
Oh, damn.
14 different colors. 14 different ones.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about on the stick that you
On
have.
the stick itself.
On the stick yourself.
2.
On the stick it said 2, 4. 4.
You got 4. See, that's an advanced one. That's for someone that's doing it like me. You can't read that. You got to know how. You got to have an education and understanding about that. You got to get trained on that. Okay. So what you want is something very simple. There's ones that are very simple that are on rolls, or if it has a maximum, you shouldn't be over a maximum of 2. Okay, you shouldn't be over a maximum of 2. You got the wrong ones. Got it? Because we look for different things on each one of those lines. So I can see how that would be confusing. So just that's for advanced. That's for advanced medicine right there. That's advanced. So I would just say go get you one that's very simple. Got it? So when it turns a color, you match it to the closest color it is. Boom, you got it. The rolls I would start with the rolls. That would be probably the quickest and easiest. Okay.
Yeah, they try to explain to you what to do in here, but the writing is so fun, I can barely read it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not.
Yeah, it's confusion for days.
Yeah, that's not the one for you. You want to
So
pick.
the
You don't want to
numbers
start.
the numbers that you get, then that's the pH. If the urine is one thing.
No. Remember, I
saliva
gave
the
you.
next.
Remember, don't you remember the formula? You don't remember the formula? You have the formula written down?
No.
Okay, the saliva. You use saliva and urine. Always do it before meal, never after meal. And when you do this, always do 2. Got it? So you take the saliva, double the saliva, add to the urine, and divide by 3. Y'all hear Indy back here?
I hear.
Double the saliva. Add
Right,
to
double the saliva,
Mm-hmm.
add that to the urine, and divide by 3. That must be his stomach back here. I don't know what's going on. Indy, what you matter with you?
Gurgly.
He want to go outside. That's
Yeah.
No wonder. No wonder.
Okay, so you got it? You got it? Now, if you go to my website, I do have a log. So you can, this is for everybody. Go to the website and go to the log. And on the log, you can actually see at the very bottom, it's the formula. You'll see the formula if you need to see it in its mathematical form. You can see it right at the bottom. It's right where it says Dr. Paul log. Okay. It's the first one when you go to the website, drpaulherbs.com. Go under downloads and articles. And the first one is the log. Okay, that's going to be the log. I'll show you. You want to see it real quick? I'll show it to you real quick. Okay, let's see. Let me put everybody on share. All right, everybody on share. Big B, can you see me? Let me see here. Let me see here. Hold on. I got you. There it is. Boom. You see it?
Okay, there we go. Yep.
Okay. Everybody see it? You go right to download and articles. The shop. That's drpaulherbs.com. And right there where it says Dr. Paul's 40-day detox challenge log. You click that. And here is your chart. I would say, everyone, this is a way of checking yourself. You got the date, the time, systolic, diastolic, pulse pressure, pulse, pH, weight, glucose, and also leave any comments for that day.
Okay.
At the very bottom, you see there is the pH formula calculation. You double the saliva, add to the urine, divide by 3. You're trying to be between 6.5 and 7.5. That would be considered, in balance. Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, also, I would also recommend at the same time, go to the pH chart. Download this one. This is called the pH chart. So this gives you an idea of where you are. If you come in and you had an assessment with me, this is one of the main things that I give you. It gives you an understanding of where you are. So you got one side is acid, the other side is alkaline. You got the neutral in the balance. So you want to stay between 6.5, excuse me, 6.5 and 7.5. Remember, body health corrects itself 11 times faster than you get sick. But if you fall below 6.5, look what's going on. Fear, tiredness, stress, anger, bacteria, virus, fungus, parasites, all chronic diseases live in this environment. Got it? On this side, you have too alkaline. You can be what's called alkalosis, or in a state of alkaline that's too much. That means liver problems. That means it can cause just as many problems on this side. On the too acidic, you can be too alkaline. Liver congestion, fatigue, all chronic diseases. Yes, you can be out of balance on both sides. We're trying to get you to a balance of neutral, which is 80% alkaline, 20% acid. We call it the 80-20 split. The 80-20 split will put you right between here. Got it? Last thing I would do is go to the very bottom where it says Dr. Paul's alkaline acid food chart. There you go. This right here gives you all the foods and everything. What's this side right here is all the alkaline foods. You got the most alkaline, more alkaline, low alkaline, lowest alkaline. On the opposite side of the food categories, you got the lowest acid, low acid, more acid, most acid. So this is just to give you a guide of what foods and where they fall. Okay, just a guide. So for example, if we came down to fruit, there's fruit right here. So on this side would be the highest of the fruit, down to here, to here, to here. I'm gonna give you the lowest acid, which is right here. I always tell everybody I give you the lowest acid, but watch out for this side, because look what's over here. Low, more, and most acidic. Look what's over here. Cranberry, pomegranate, carrots. See what I'm saying? Look where it is. Falls on the acidic side. Got it? All right, let those be your guides. You can test your pH. Food combinations chart is also good. This one here tells you what foods are not to be mixed. Proteins and starches, poor combination. Protein, starches, you got vegetables here. Didn't we do this last week? We did this last week, right?
No, not last week.
That was somebody else. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Vegetables, vegetables and fruit.
Not last week.
Poor combination. Acid fruits, subacid fruits are fair. Subacids and sweets are fair, but never sweet fruits and acid fruits. Poor combination. Follow the flow of the chart. That's all you got to do. All right. That'll help you balance your pH. That'll keep you in check and maybe be a guide for you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
Thank you.
man.
Appreciate you.
All right.
All righty.
Okay.
Come off of there, Big B.
All right, then we'll go to Quincy. All right.
Yeah,
And
we're coming down to the hour. We can't.
Yeah,
I don't
we're
think we're going to be able to
56.
get
So
to everybody.
if we don't get to
Big B,
everybody, guys, remember.
Before we go there, is there anybody on Facebook? I want to make sure that we're getting everybody on Facebook. Is there anybody on Facebook?
Let me see.
Let me see if anybody's on Facebook. If we got some questions over there.
I
I don't want to ignore our Facebook fam over there because they're keeping us on point. Yep, that's right. Yep. Let's see if there's any. I see Mark is over there. Mark is over there.
Hey,
Is Mark over there?
Sophie, Denise, Teresa. I don't see any particular questions, Dr. Paul.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Got it. Good.
Okay. Yep.
All right. Well, we just check it. We just check in, and if I usually go in there a little later on. If you have a question, drop it on there, and I may respond to you if I get a chance to see it. I'll respond to you. Okay.
Okay. I'm glad he said that, guys. Again, if we don't get to you, which I think we may not get to everybody tonight, make sure of all things. What do? You can tell me that, right? Send me Send me a request, guys. Send me an email to mechavideo@comcast. I'm sorry, mechavideo backup. mechavideo@gmail.com, guys. That's mechavideo@gmail.com. And by the way, at this point, Dr. Paul, let me say this. Family, for you guys who have been supporting us, we want you to know we love you. And look, it's working. Continue to do that because that helps us make sure that we get it all there. Look, I want you to know, I got every letter. I just want you to know. See all this? I got them all. So I just want to know. I'm taking everybody, all the cash app, everything. It's working well. But keep at it because it makes it work and it helps us keep us on time. Okay. And the best way to do that again, we'll make sure to continue to support us. Do what? You use my cash app, which is what? $Bill Morgan. Morgan. That's BILMORGAN. $ Bill Morgan. And if you use the bank that through Zelle, that's Mecca Video at Comcast.net. Again, Mecca Video at Comcast.net. Or you can guess what? Get us at the post office. That's Bill Morgan, P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. And that way, again, make sure, if we miss you tonight, we can get you tonight. Send me the questions. I forward them to Dr. Cole. And you know what? He gets right back to you. I tell you that because he know I get on him if you don't say it.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
So
yes,
do that and it works, guys. Okay.
Even in the midnight hour.
I know that's right. All right, Quincy, then Harai. Okay, Quincy, you there? Quincy, going once, going twice. Harai, and we'll go back to Quincy. Harai, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right.
Hey, Harai, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Really, I'm doing good. But I just wanted to first of all, I wanted to ask you about this notice. I put it in the chat about the Fiji water. What is your opinion? Have you seen that? What is your opinion on that?
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. There was a recall on a certain lot. That was only a certain lot. That's all it was. That was a recall on a certain lot. That was not a total mass recall. Even though they took a certain lot and certain lots went to certain parts of the nation, but they were able to pull them before they found out what it was.
Okay.
So, yeah, there was a manganese. Manganese was actually it was the bottle that they were talking about. That was what they were doing. Yeah.
All right.
It was something that went on with that. They actually got, I think it was like they got them because they even said they got them out before they actually started doing them. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
All right then.
All right. Thanks so much. Go ahead.
Real quick, I wanted to ask you, in my garlic tablet, and I just wanted to know, is this okay to keep taking it? It's a 2,000 milligram garlic, but it has dicalcium.
What is it?
DICALCLUM. Dicalcium.
Dicalcium or is dicalcium?
Yeah, dicalcium. Yeah.
Okay. Is it dicalcium? What else is it behind that?
Yeah, dicalcium phosphate. So then it has vegetable cellulose, calcium carbonate, ethocellulose.
Okay, let me stop you there. Okay, this is in your garlic pills.
Yeah.
Why don't you just take garlic?
Yeah.
But you know, the person that
it's too much stuff in there. See, dicalcium is, it's used for food additives.
Yes.
But see, stuff like that can cause problems for you if you're trying to balance pressure. Remember, any food additives are used there for a reason. They're added for a reason. And most of that stuff, when you have anything outside of the spectrum of what's natural, it's going to dehydrate you.
Yeah.
So things like dicalcium is also used in things like toothpaste.
Yeah.
Okay. And things like polishing. They put it for like polishing stuff, so you're not doing it for that. You just grab, ain't nothing quicker than taking garlic and taking a little knife and taking the chip off
know
of
that's
it.
right. And roll it back and
trace
take
it down with some water. We do what's called we do garlic chips. So you basically take a fine knife and then you slice it down, take one, chase it with some water.
Yeah. But not the bulb, but one little clove of garlic is only 200 milligrams, and I wanted to get the 2,000 milligrams, and I couldn't possibly take that using the fresh garlic.
Well, not necessarily. That's not necessarily true. They'll tell you those numbers so that they can sell more product. That's not totally true.
Yeah.
See, when you're doing organic garlic, your goal for garlic to begin with is to dilate. It cleans blood and dilates. You don't have to, only when you're dealing with drugs like that have isolated, separated, and divided are they looking at those numbers. So already you stepped into a fraction of dealing with things that are separating, isolating, and divided. Don't do that.
Right.
Got it? because now if you stick with the garlic, you're going to get everything that pill doesn't have.
Right.
Okay.
You're going to get the discovered and undiscovered because that garlic is alive. You got it?
Oh,
that's why I always say don't separate, isolate, divide it. Don't buy stuff. Go back to the source from which it comes from.
Always.
Yeah.
All right. All right. And lastly, real quick, I mentioned to you before when I take the kelp, it starts activating my thyroid and it hurts. You know, like as if I slept on my neck the wrong way. You know, so I'm thinking. So I usually stop taking it just because I want to get rid of the hurt. It's not, I mean, I can tolerate it. I just want to know, like, if I tolerate it, will it eventually go away? I mean, I know you're not
right. I'm gonna tell you what I can only speculate. Like I said, I can't really get into it because I haven't seen you as an assessment.
Right.
But I can tell you traditionally what's happening with the situations that I see that are like that. It comes back with being more active. You got to get your exercise in. Got it? That's where it comes in. You got to drive this motor system to move. If it's backing up, it's going to back up the lymphatic system. It's going to back up everything. You know, we got to get it moving. We got to get your lymphatic system moving. We got to get the, that pseudomotor moving. We got to get the sweat glands moving. Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Orion.
Thank
Quincy,
you,
I
Orion.
saw you light
Appreciate
up, Quincy. You there?
Yes. Good evening, Dr. Paul. Good evening, Bill.
Yes.
What is your opinion on soy and soy products?
Well, soy and soy products is the fact that it's what they're doing to the soy. That's where you got to watch out for. Okay. It's what they're doing to soy because soy, and the problem with soy is the genetic modification of soy. Got it? When they started to tell people that soy causes issues with, raising estrogen, little boys grow breasts, women accelerates cancer, they were taking it and testing it on foods that had already been genetically modified. Got it? So just put an asterisk there. The problem is getting a non-genetically modified soy. Got it? Reason why I say that also is to take it another level is to do the history of soy. Well, they used it for ways of regenerating the soil after harvest. So farmers use this to regenerate soil because after the first and second harvest, right? First harvest is the crop, second harvest is the seed harvest. They now have to prepare the land for next year. But when they prepare the land for next year, they have to cover it for the snow and all the bad weather. So they planted soy. And when they cover soy, it's the perfect regenerator for soy because it has a lot of the natural nitrogen. Got it? Natural nitrogen, because that's beans. Got it? So when they started having the abundance of that, they were like at the end of the season when they ready to plant, they got all these soybeans. What are we going to do with it? Oh, well, we can start to resell them and we can start to genetically modify them and add them as filler. So I'm going to add it as filler to like meats. I'm going to add it to fillers with crackers, cakes, cookies, pies. I'm going to add it to everything. That's when we became a problem. Got it? So I would say put a star by that and understand if you're going to do soy, don't let it be a bad rap because they got everybody staying off of soy. But if it has the ability to regenerate soil, what do you think it can do for you? Absolutely. So it's just getting the non-genetically modified ones. That's the ones you got to look for. Okay. Or the non-GMO. Okay. Keep that.
Thank you.
All right, Quincy. All right, Yvette, you there? You there, Yvette? Motorola. All right. There. Go ahead, Yvette. Go ahead.
I received these products, Forces of Nature. One is with Scar Organic Plant Medicine. The other is with Sleepwell Organic Plant Medicine. And it says that it's organic, non-GMO, but it's patent pending. And I wasn't quite sure. It says patent pending approach to healing blends, organic homeopathic medicines with organic medicinal essential oils. This 1-2 combination delivers an incredibly powerful and effective result to safely treat common ailments. The power of valerian, kava, and lavender. The potent combination works fast to naturally help you fall asleep quickly and improve sleep quality. I'm just wondering, are these products safe to use if there's a patent pending on them?
No, patent pending just means that that's protecting them, the rights for no one else to duplicate or steal it.
Oh,
That's what it's for.
okay.
Yeah,
So
that's
this,
their thing. So if you're looking for the herbs that you mentioned valerian root. What was the other one?
Larry, okay, one second.
Mhm.
Alpha and lavender.
Lavender. Those are all combatives.
It
Got it?
has Avena sativa, remedy for
All
sleepless.
combatives. So it's not, now here's where I would just, you got to be careful with.
Mhm.
Remember, when you're doing combinations, you got to be careful. See, the industry is driven off of more is better. More is not better. Balance is better. Got it? So whenever you see something where everybody say, "Oh, it's got everything in it. Oh, it's got everything," everybody gets hyped off of that. But wait a minute. If I don't need all of that, got it? Then my body has to work extra hard to get rid of what I don't need. You understand? So it starts to make your body more tired. It throws your rhythm off. It can cause restless activity and these things that throw the system and the circadian rhythm off. So you just mentioned 3 herbs. You can get each one of them individually and just take that one herb.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Amen.
it. These herbs don't need no help.
I
They've been
know that's
around
right.
1 billion years.
Dad knew what he was
They
doing
don't
from the
need
jump.
no
In other
help.
words, this is too much to take in one.
No, I'm not saying that because that would be determined based on where you are, and I don't know where you are. You would have to do an assessment to see. But I would tell you this: I always say start small. You don't need all that stuff. You just mentioned some most powerful combatives on the planet right there. You just named 3 of them,
Easy roll.
especially one with the valerian root. You know where the valerian root comes from, right? The valerian root is what they mimic to make Valium. That's where that came from.
What?
So then
Yeah.
it's be too strong for me to take. But it's a roll-on applicator for the
Yeah.
sleep.
So wonder why that is.
I don't know. I don't even know how to use it.
Well,
So
remember, anything touches your skin is in your bloodstream in what? 28 seconds. Got it? So it's a
yeah.
roll on because it's just like oils. They're just coming from a marketing thing. You can go back to just grabbing the valerian root by the tea or any of those other combatives, and you can even get the oils. You can get the rosemary and rub it on you, and it'll give you the same effects. And they're safer. They're safer because when you start doing all these combinations and things like this, a lot of stuff is not studied properly, and you don't need a whole lot. Remember, less is more. Got it? Don't do too much. Always, especially with a new product.
Yep.
How about for the scar remedy? It has calendula.
Calendula.
Good stuff. I mean, you can't go wrong. Everything they're doing is correct. There's not saying, but the question is it good for you? You got it? Just try to stay as simple as possible, not too much stuff. Because your body has to react to everything that's in there.
Right.
You have to react to everything. Your body has to respond and answer to everything in there. See, the herbs know where to go and what to do. They respond to the mitochondria, which is your cells. So they're going to know, where do I go? All right, calendula, I go for inflammation. So I'm going to go into that area. I'm going to deal with a little bit of the digestion. I'm going to deal with all the other stuff. And then the otother herbs might say, well, I go to the brain. So I'm going to go to the brain. But you might not need it for the brain. You just need to relax. See, you know what I'm saying?
I have another question.
All right, we got to get ready to go there. So make it quick. Make it quick, okay?
Guatemala. I understand there's mosquitoes out there. The water's not good. And then protection against the sun. It's going to be real hot in August. What would you recommend as far as like getting the proper water out there? I know you can't ship water to Guatemala.
Yeah, that's a question for them. That's a question for them on that. Yep. See, each country is going to be regulated. I would say definitely look for a spring water bottle at the source. I mean, you're going down into Guatemala, into places like that's around. Now there is a warning in those areas right now. I can tell you that there's a dengue warning for the areas of all those areas, especially going down to South America and different places around the world. So just be aware of that. There's nothing better. There's nothing better than the thieves oil. Thieves oil works very well for things like that. keeps the things away from you, keeps your
Right.
body in check, keeps you in balance.
What's Dengay? Dengay?
Yep, dengue. They're actually having, this is actually something that it's a virus. And this is actually, it's a fever that a lot of people are getting, and it's being spread in areas like parts of the South America, parts of Africa too. Now, but there's a warning that just came out like 2 or 3 days ago. It's spread by viruses infected by mosquitoes, of course. It's the mosquitoes. Hey, some say it was guys go back to when they were releasing about billions and billions of infected mosquitoes, but that's a whole nother
man.
story,
Man.
y'all. That's a whole nother story.
All right, Yvette, thank you
All
so
right.
very much.
Okay.
I got one more, Dr. Paul, Motorola, and the iPad. Please do
Okay,
me a
thank
favor.
you. Appreciate you.
iPad. I don't know. There are 3 or 4 iPads, but can you please send an email over to mechavideo@gmail.com, and I'll make sure that Dr. Paul gets your question. Okay.
And we can't get to everybody. I mean, been on here for almost
best.
2 hours, so we try the best we can. I'll try to stay on, and we'll grab it if we can.
Okay.
But remember, a lot of this starts with coming on in, getting assessment. You really don't want to be. I want to basically ask some of the basic general things, but really, ultimately, if you need to get well, don't risk putting yourself in doing, advice on general information. Always
Amen.
come on
So
in and
very
get
true.
an assessment. If we get an assessment done, we can tell you exactly what's going
Stay
on.
healthy.
Right?
Stay healthy.
All righty.
All right,
All
Motorola.
righty.
I saw you. I know you're there.
You ready for me?
We're always ready for you, man. Come on.
Okay.
Bring it
Peace,
on.
Dr. Paul and
Peace.
family.
Who's that?
I had said it. This Bashir is a Motorola on the thing because I don't know how to change my name.
Bashir, what's up, man?
Hey, now how you feel, man? It's good, good. I have a question for you, right? So when I came in for the reading, I was telling you that my daughter was due. So she due on June the 10th, and she sent me a text saying, all these different shots that I have to get in order to see the baby in 90 days. Tdap, tetanus, diphtheria, pertussis, whooping cough, and all that. So, I'm an anti-vaccination dude. So, like, I know it's just an immune system boosting, but like, what can I give her to make her feel comfortable, and what should I be taking in order to like protect against that?
Now, where is she? Where is she now? She's where?
She's here. She's in Philly.
She's in Philly, but she's telling you that you can't see the baby unless you have these things on you.
She was told, I didn't know that, so I called my doctor, and they was like, "Yeah, that's what's going on because cough and all this stuff is coming up because nobody's getting vaccinated anymore." This is the conversation. This is what so she like, "Dad, what we gonna do?" Because she rock like I rock, like we ain't with all that. But
well, we ain't stop right there, brother Bashir. If you don't rock like that, then you don't rock like that. It's simple as that.
Right, simple as that.
It's simple as that. That's your choice. You got it.
Yep.
Don't let anybody else's fears become your fears.
Yep.
You got it. Their recommendation. They'll give recommendation, but if that's not what you agreed upon, and your daughter feels the same way, then that's what you stand on. See, you have to be able to stand and understand that they can only give you recommendations for these things. If you have questions with the side effects and things like that, those are legitimate questions. And anybody that says that you're not, and that you can't question them, that raises another question. So if you don't rock like that, then don't rock like that. Remember, your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Remember. And for those that don't believe in that, if you break the skin, you increase the chances for infection. So a lot of people have their choice based off of religious exemption. And then some people will say, hey, then they're for it. And that's also good. But I would say always do all your homework. And, it's that's the first time I heard that one. First time I heard that one. I've not heard that one.
That's making the rounds heavy.
But
like
I
that.
can understand why they're trying to push it. I understand. I can understand. Right. They're trying to push it, and for the reasons they're doing it. But again, this is your choice. Got it? You and your daughter's choice. You make the decisions. Nobody makes that. But I would say just weigh both sides, and then you come up with what works for you. But
so one quick question. I know we gotta get ready to get out of here, right? So my whole thing is you don't need that if your immune system is tight.
Right.
So
When you're
that's
dealing
my
with,
approach.
yeah,
That's
when you're
what Dr.
dealing,
P said.
right, when you're dealing with newborns, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you want to make sure that nobody has colds or flus
Right.
or sickly or
Exactly.
something like that. That'd be something different. Yeah, that's anybody. That's anybody. And you had a baby, you was like, don't come over here, you got that cold.
Right.
That's just general common sense. So unless somebody had been diagnosed with that, then that's what I would say. Yeah, like if you were diagnosed with the things they talk about you had, or you had a problem, or you on medication or heavy stuff, that would be a question and concern. But if we're talking about this is just for just a precautionary, that doesn't sound right to me. No, doesn't
It
sound right.
don't
I
it don't
mean,
sound right. It doesn't sound right to me either.
but I can
Whatever's best.
understand. But I can understand where they're coming up with these things because the organizations and the health system is trying to they're trying to keep things at a minimum because we talk about it all the time. So
Right.
I understand what they're trying to do, but I think there's other ways of doing things. And if that's you have to agree upon whatever it is with you and your daughter. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
My man.
All right,
Thank
Dr. B here. The comment that iPad wanted to make was just please let everyone know that Whole Foods says that they prohibit SCP in their fish. And that's the last one.
Okay, that's good.
All right,
Let's
thank
give
you,
it up for
iPad.
faith.
We
Let's
got
give
you,
it
man.
up for. I hope so.
All right, that's what they say.
SCP.
So according to iPad, it just said that's what he said. All right.
Okay,
So there we
sure.
are, man. We're at
So
we're
good.
that
That's
out,
why we gotta
9:19.
check them labels, y'all.
Yeah,
And
buddy.
you know what? And get your indicator. Hey. How many of y'all gonna really get this? How many of y'all gonna get this? And y'all gonna really get this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all don't sound so enthusiastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looking at it right now on the
I
phone,
just
seeing
ordered
what
it.
model.
I just ordered it, so I got it.
You got it. You got it. She already knows she
So that
got it
takes
because
care of that.
Amazon gonna
Well,
be there tomorrow.
all
All
right,
right,
Doc.
Big
There
B,
we are,
we're
man.
wrapping it up. We
Yeah,
gotta wrap
buddy.
it up. So tell folks how they can continue to support this family tree and keep it going, man, and support you, brother, because you're doing a lot over there, man. And
Hey
we
guys,
appreciate
look,
you so
I'll
much,
be
man.
doing my best, y'all.
Yes,
As
we
always, make sure
appreciate
you
you,
get
Big B.
a
So
copy.
So
Yeah,
keep,
go
keep
ahead, Dr. P.
I just want to say one thing to you, buddy. Continue to support this platform, and that the proceeds are going to Big B over there, who's helping by doing all the editing and the video work and the posting and all that stuff. So I appreciate you, man. So let's continue to support Big B and his efforts for keeping us on point. All right.
You got it, man. As always, make sure you get a copy of tonight's chat. Do
There you
what?
go, buddy.
Send
There you
an
go.
email, guys. Send an email to mechavideo@gmail.com. Again, mechavideo@gmail.com. And of course, you've been helping us out. Continue to do so by supporting the family tree by using my Cash App. And that's $BILMORGAN. Again, $BILMORGAN. And if you use the bank, and that bank ID now, guys, is mechavideo@comcast.net. mechavideo@comcast.net, or use our P.O. Box, send it to Bill Morgan, P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. Dr. Cole, there we are, buddy. It's time to roll. Bring your friends, bring your enemy, bring your friend. What's that right here? To the family tree, guy. We're out,
All
buddy.
right,
That's it,
Big
man.
B.
Yeah,
All
buddy.
right, family. Give yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand. All right, I want to thank everybody for
All
tuning
right.
in for another
Yeah, man.
episode
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
Family
buddy.
Tree. Did you learn anything tonight,
Yeah,
y'all?
buddy.
Did you learn
Always,
anything
always,
at all?
always.
All right. Now,
Yeah, man. Yeah, buddy.
We say whatever it is, we don't charge you for nothing but the truth. So go tell somebody. Who gonna tell somebody about that thing right here? Y'all might as well go get this right here. Get the stuff. And I don't want to be seeing no holes in the fruit and stuff, all right?
Well, I know it right. Well.
Don't follow. Don't follow.
Yeah, buddy.
Follow
Good
it,
to
man.
see you, buddy.
Follow it. All right. We're going to break it on down. I want to thank y'all. We say God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And remember, if you're breathing,
Yeah, got a shot.
You got it, shot.
All right.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right, let's
Yeah. Tap it out. Hey, Margaret. I haven't seen Margaret come in a while. Hey, Margaret, what's up?
What's up?
All
right, come on.
All right.
And breathe.
Hey, Joyce
Claudia,
Brown.
I see you, Claudia.
Alrighty.
What's up, cuz?
Hey, Claudia. Claudia, Karen.
Tap.
I think they heard that.
On the left and the
All right,
right.
Eva.
Come on down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually I can more see what angle I'm at before
I see you, Laura. I see you. You're doing good, girl. You're doing good.
Look at my belly. Look at my belly.
All right, Eva.
What's up, Rita? What's up, Debbie?
Yeah.
All right, we got everybody. All right, Karen.
All right, Karen. Yeah, buddy.
Stay on top of it.
Yeah.
Good night,
Margaret.
Yeah. All right, Sydney. Have a great one, Bianca. Have a great weekend.
Good night, sister.
Yeah. Hey, bring the show.
Visiting me.
Come on, blow it out, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Breathe in.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Good night, everybody.
In.
Good night, cricket.
Good out. All right.
Yeah.
All right, clap it up. All right. Rub. Hey, clap. And rub.
Yeah.
Clap. And rub. Clap. Feel that heat. Y'all feel that heat going? Yeah. Take that. And then rub it on down. Let's go to the energy bath. Give yourself that energy bath.
Yeah, buddy.
There you go.
Hey.
Down on that shoulder or that knee. You got that problem.
Yeah, buddy. Right here.
Rub it on down. Clap. I see you, Margaret. Where you been out there? You in out of place. Where you at?
Margaret been hot.
Wednesday night snaps.
Clap. All right. And clap. And the last one. Hold. Move the top one. Keep the bottom still. Don't y'all feel that bone get bigger? Oh my goodness. Feel all that energy. Good intentions. Bless yourself. Bless your family. We'll see you next week on the Family.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's give Big B a hand over there.
Yeah. What's up?
All right, we
love everybody. Yeah.
So y'all take care of each other and do the same. Be safe out there. And we're gonna see who can dance out there, Big B.
Yeah, man. Yeah, buddy.
Hey, did y'all know there was another solar flare that went off? That found arrive here tomorrow. You're gonna see more of these. You're gonna see more of these solar flares and these auroras.
Yeah, man. That's right.
All right. I see you, Marcy. Go ahead, Marcy. I see you, man. Go ahead, Marcy. Go, Marcy. Go, Marcy. Go, Rita.
Hey.
Go, Lawrence. We got a hand just rolling, baby. All right,
buddy.
All right.
See ya after the weekend.
I see you, Margaret. Is that your big? I can't see you. Yeah, there you go. She got
there you go. That's the market, man. The market's back in the house.
All right, Carol. Karen got the cool again. Hey.
Do the Margaret.
Hey, do the market.
All right. Go, Debbie.
Go, buddy.
All right, we're gonna shut it all down. Y'all not ready.
She's getting it on.
10.
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
2. And 1. We'll see y'all next week on the
Family
See you on the weekend, BT.
All right, Claudette. See you later, buddy. Have a great one.
Good night, everyone.
Shout out
All right, you got it. Good night.
Everybody tuning in from around the world. Another break.
All over that place.
Bring it on down.
Big wave. See ya, buddy.
All right,
Yeah.
y'all later. Take care.